All right, the big breaking news we're bringing you here on NDTV. After days of speculation, Indian cricket great Virat Kohli has finally confirmed his retirement from Test cricket with immediate effect. Remember, this is something that we were reporting about yesterday, that he had written to the BCCI saying that he was planning to retire from Test cricket. And now that news has been confirmed with this social media post, a very emotional post by Virat Kohli as he announces his retirement. There you can see that post in which he says, "It's been 14 years since I first wore the baggy blue in Test cricket. I never imagined the journey this format would take me on. It's tested me, shaped me and taught me lessons I'll carry for life." He says that as I step away from this format, it's not easy, but it feels right. I've given it everything I had and it's given me back so much more. So Virat Kohli announcing his retirement. The song he chose for this post was Frank Sinatra's My Way, and he says, "I'm walking away with a heart full of gratitude for the game, for the people I shared the field with, and for every single person who made me feel seen." Well, to talk more about this big breaking news and this very sad news, really, we're joined by Sriram. And Sriram, so finally, Virat Kohli confirming the news he is retiring from Test cricket.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's very sad for the entirety of the Indian community right now, for the cricket fans especially, because Virat Kohli is, of course, almost embodied the new generation of Test cricket for India over the last decade or so, having played 123 games before announcing his retirement today. The most important part of Virat Kohli's Test career will definitely be the years of his captaincy, where India's dominance was established all across cricketing nations, where India travelled to foreign countries and won Test series, which was almost unprecedented before Virat Kohli took charge of the captaincy of the red ball team. Again, very soon after what Rohit Sharma had done just a couple of weeks back, announcing his retirement from the Test cricket arena as well. Now Virat Kohli, another stalwart of the game, has announced his retirement. Again, as I said, it's a big loss for Indian cricket for sure, but he will still now continue to play one-day cricket for India. Similar to Rohit Sharma, who will be captaining the side most probably in the 2027 One-Day World Cup as time progresses. As of now, there is a change in guard for India for sure in terms of the Test cricket arena, with Shubman Gill now set to take charge as the new red ball captain for India and to take over from Rohit Sharma, the spot that Rohit Sharma had left. And now, of course, Virat Kohli being the most experienced Test cricketer in the team after Ravichandran Ashwin had also, of course, announced his retirement very recently after the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So a lot of the experienced players in the Test team for India have now announced their retirement, including now Virat Kohli, of course. And this is almost like a message being sent out by the new team management that this is the time for the youngsters to come in. So Virat Kohli, of course, his record speaks for himself. For an average of 46 after 123 test matches played, nearly 10,000 runs, just 700 short of 10,000 runs, which is something that he had mentioned early in his career when he had started playing cricket, Test cricket for India especially, where he had said that 10,000 runs is a milestone that he was playing towards, especially in red ball cricket. He is, of course, one of the absolute legends of the white ball game as well. But of course, in Test cricket, as I said, 700 runs short of that 10,000 run mark, and he has announced his retirement just now.
Right, and considering this news had come earlier, we had reported here on NDTV how that he had written to the BCCI. Were there efforts to make him change his mind?
So there were a lot of news rumors coming in that the BCCI had actually reverted back to Virat Kohli, saying that he should reconsider his decision. But as the reports were at that point of time, that Virat Kohli was quite firm in his stance on him actually wanting to retire from the game at the moment. As I said, this is just like this is the perfect moment for the team to go forward.
Do hold on. We're joined by Charu Sharma, one of the best-known sports commentators of the country. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and your thoughts with Virat Kohli announcing his retirement from Test cricket.
Yeah, Gargi, thank you for your generous introduction. It was obviously something where Virat felt the time had come. Now, there can be a fair amount of speculation. There'll be some conspiracy theories and all of that. But Virat is in a position, largely because of his performances and because of his stature, where he can choose to do what he wants. So I don't think he will succumb to any kind of pressure. We should stay away from that. In any sports person's career, time comes when you say, all right, I don't want to go through the torture of the long form game. And whatever else might be the reason, I think he has decided that he doesn't want to go through and play the 5-day game, which does take a bit of toll. One can argue that he is one of the fittest, still, if not the fittest member of the Indian team. So perhaps it's not the fitness aspect that hurts him. It's just much more a question of what more can I give to cricket.
Do you see this now as with the Rohit Sharma news and now Virat Kohli, generational change coming to Indian cricket?
Absolutely, and it happens all the time, Gargi. Every few years there's a generational change, and all of us, then the fans and others speculate, oh, what next, who next? But there's always somebody next, Gargi, and that is the best testament to what's happening to cricket in India. There are so many young, hungry, talented cricketers who can take anyone's place. In fact, there are 3 or 4 jostling for every space in the Indian cricket team, and that will continue. There are many others bursting through. With no disrespect to Virat Kohli, he's been at the forefront of India's achievements in Test cricket, and he still could perhaps be the most significant member of the team. But there are many others coming through.
About how he's taking this decision when he's right at the top and in his game, but there were also some sort of testing times or testy times rather for Virat Kohli in these last couple of years, even when it came to BCCI, even it came to the public commenting on his fitness, his cricket.
Never his fitness, Gargi, to my knowledge. But yes, there was in fact, not the last couple of years. He quite resurrected himself in the last 1 year or so. But there was a large 3-year gap in his career, which was not very flattering about 2 years ago. So say from 5 to 3 years ago, where he couldn't buy a run in any form of the game, didn't have a century. So there was a lot of speculation then about his having lost his mojo, but he came back really well. And you are right. I think for the moment, he's on a huge high. And should there have been, I wonder if this was a part of his consideration, should there have been, let's say, a weak performance in England where conditions are always testing, and if he had a string of low scores, people might have then started saying, listen, we had this big drought in your career, 3 years, for 4 or 5 years, and then now it looks like you can't still find the right place outside the off stump, so why don't you go? And maybe he decided that he didn't want to battle that potential criticism and rather go off on a high in terms of Test match cricket.
All right, Charu Sharma, thank you so much for speaking to us here on NDTV on this big breaking news right now.